Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Compass Point. This Sunday we are going to continue our reflections on the fruit of the Spirit and think about the fruit of gentleness. One of the things that we've been considering throughout this series is how each individual fruit is really something that we see perfectly embodied in the life of Jesus Christ. No one was as full of the Holy Spirit's presence and giftedness and fruit more than Jesus was. He lived the perfect life. And so as we think of gentleness, we're going to see how our gentleness is really a reflection of Christ's gentleness. Now, that doesn't mean that Jesus was not full of power or righteous anger. Meekness is not weakness. When the Bible speaks of gentleness, it doesn't talk about the absence of power. It talks more about the proper restraining of power. Meekness is humility. Gentleness is not pouring gasoline on a fire, but being a peacemaker. Gentleness is a sign of true strength. And we see this perfectly in the life of Jesus. Think, as we quickly just provide an overview of his entire life, think about his birth. How the Lord of creation, who spoke everything into being, was born in such a humble way as a baby in a manger. That's the epitome of gentleness, when the Lord of creation submitted to his creation. Think too about how on Palm Sunday he fulfilled the ancient prophecy that spoke about how the world's true king would enter Jerusalem with gentleness, riding a donkey. Notice too how immediately after his triumphal entry on that first Palm Sunday, Jesus went into the temple, according to the Gospel of Matthew, and with righteous anger overturned all of the tables and drove out the money changers. And yet immediately after that, he welcomed into that temple the blind and the lame, and he healed them. A striking contrast between power and gentleness. Think too about how Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he was arrested, submitted to the people who came to bind him and beat him and crucify him. As he said to his disciples, I could command 12 legions of angels and they would immediately come to help me. But he submitted as the Lord of creation to those who sought to hurt and kill him. Gentleness. Think of the cross, when he experienced the incredible suffering and agony of abandonment and experienced there the profound separation from his God and Father. Gentleness, not the absence of power, but the restraining of power. We're going to reflect on that more fully this Sunday, thinking about that great passage in the Gospel of Matthew, maybe among the more familiar words Jesus ever spoke. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. For I am gentle and humble in heart. We will see how that incredible invitation provides us with an opportunity to become more like Jesus as we go to him and have all of the burdens of life lifted from us. And as we enjoy a relationship with Jesus, his gentleness immediately becomes ours. It is the work of the Holy Spirit who produces that fruit in our lives. So when you think about gentleness or meekness, don't think of weakness. Think of power, ultimate, true power, that God, through the power of his Holy Spirit, causes to flourish in our lives so that we can be a blessing to others. Thanks so much for watching this week's Compass Point. I look forward to sharing more with you this coming Sunday about what it means to see the fruit of gentleness abound in our lives. Be well and be blessed.